privately, mostly privately, tell them, nothing personal, I'm uncomfortable at work hugging. So if you don't mind, maybe we can have our special handshake and come up with a little bump and ooh or something. They might feel, less hurt or something. But you can refuse hugging. It's okay. How they react, sorry, that's their business, that's their problem. So again, gender neutral at dinner as well. When you go out to dinner or lunch, whoever, you've heard that, whoever invites, whoever does the inviting, does the paying. What if I want to go to lunch with someone and I invited them, but I don't really want to pay? It's how you say it. Should we have lunch together sometime? Why don't we meet for lunch sometime? You're saying that's a different way of approaching it. Then I'd like to take you to lunch. That's clear. Okay, any questions on that? No? Okay, the meals usually. And that's when it comes to interviewing, and I don't mean interviewing for a job necessarily also, but interviewing a client. Say I'm looking for a realtor and we're going to meet over, even breakfast, a muffin and coffee or a meal. It's not really about the meal. It's about the interaction when it comes to business-related dining experiences. And especially if anybody's interviewing, if your potential employer takes you out, they're not really looking at they are looking at what you order. You take their lead. People say, well, how do I know? Do I order a cup of soup to show that I'm trying to save the company money? I'm really frugal? Or what do I do? You take their lead. Oh, what looks good? Especially if they've been to that restaurant. What do you recommend? A good host will say, oh, the chicken salad and their soups are great here. Now budget-wise what they want, time-wise, because those are quicker than your big lasagna that takes forever to come. So that gives you a guideline. But if they don't give that to you, then you can ask, what do you recommend here? I'm not sure, I've never been here, or it's been a while, or whatever it is you have to say, and then take their lead. That also gives you the budget, on what they want to spend. The other question I get asked is, what about, I want to order dessert. If they don't order dessert, if they don't order appetizers, don't order any of those things. Just let it go, especially if they're paying. And fighting over the bill. I know people meet for even coffee and things, and people do that. Now, if you want to pay for someone, you can, especially if it's a restaurant, excuse yourself or get there early, find the server, give them your credit card in advance and say, please, I got this covered. That way it just comes to the table, you sign it, and it's done. Now, if you're the person who didn't expect it and you might even feel a little uncomfortable, but it's done, you can say, please allow me. No, one time. Well, may I leave the tip? Some people say oh no, that's too tacky to say, but if you want to, a lot of people accept that. Would you be okay if I left the tip? No, please, twice, that's it. Don't keep insisting, just graciously accept it. It's a gift, they wanted to, nobody made them do that. So just say thank you and just, next time I'll get it, or you don't have to say that because maybe you had a horrible time with them and you don't want it next time, so that's okay too. Discussing business, when do you start? There is that little chit chat that you want to do. And I know that, some people tend to get really personal really quickly, and what's personal to one person isn't personal to another. So keep that in mind. That's a big one that I get asked, how do you avoid personal questions? Well, say, I'm not comfortable talking about that, or I'd rather not discuss that. So anyway, did you watch the Giants last night? And change the subject. Master, if you have trouble saying no or finding a nice line or phrase to stop something or stop a conversation, find one. I can come up with several, but find one and practice it. Look in the mirror and say it so it's sincere and it sits in you. So when the time comes that somebody asks you something that you don't want to answer, you're ready with this polite, calm answer. And that's what I recommend to people, because I was in a situation not that long ago. I have mastered how to say, I'd rather not talk about that. And again, some people might get mad. Well, why? Why, honey? Tell me why. Then they want to get all, therapist on you, and you still repeat the same thing. It's just not something I discuss. Thanks. So anyway, and you move on. And if you have to walk away, you have to walk away. And that's it.